This is the ECOFLOW Portable Power Station Delta 2 Max. Black and gray, clean lines, two big integrated side handles, and a sturdy rectangular body about 20 inches tall. It looks like a serious tool, and at 50 pounds it feels like one too. I was a little skeptical about the weight at first, but after living with it, I get what it's built for. Steady, reliable power you can trust at home or in a vehicle setup. Key features that matter to me start with the battery and output. You get 2048 watts of capacity, that's the size of the tank, and up to 2400 watts of continuous AC output with a 4800 watt surge. Quick primer if you're new. Watt hours tell you how much energy is stored. Watts W tell you how fast you can use it. With 2400 watts across 6 120-volt AC outlets, it runs household essentials without drama. The battery uses LFP chemistry, which is known for long life and safety. ECOFLOW rates it for 3,000 cycles before it drops to about 80% capacity. In my opinion, that's the main reason to pick this over cheaper packs. It's built for the long haul. Charging speed is another highlight. From my experience, this is one of the fastest charging big stations I've used. If you pair wall power with up to 1,000 watts of solar, you can go from empty to about 80% in around 43 minutes. On AC alone, I've seen about 1.1 hours to 80%. That's huge when you're topping up during a short power window or before a storm. It's also quiet. ECOFLOW says as low as 30 dB, and in a quiet room it blended into background noise for me. Way calmer than any gas generator. No fumes, no oil, no pull cords, no maintenance. From my experience at home, it handled a fridge, modem router, a TV, and some lights at the same time, and the fans stayed mellow. The front screen is bright and clear, showing input, output, and estimated time remaining, which matches what you see in the ECOFLOW app. The app is a strong point here. Setup over Bluetooth and Wi-Fi was quick, and I like that I can toggle AC-DC outputs and watch solar input in real time. Firmware updates took just a couple minutes, which makes the unit feel supported and current. About the app, there's a feature for scheduling AC charging to catch cheaper off-peak rates. It lives under lab features right now. It works, but in my opinion, it's a bit basic and can be finicky. I hope ECOFLOW polishes this because the hardware is ready for smarter energy routines. Outdoors and travel is where the trade-offs show up. It's perfect for a van, RV, or trailer where you can set it in one spot and leave it there. The two 100-watt USB-C ports are great for laptops, and there are multiple USB-A ports, plus a 12-volt car socket and DC ports. I ran a 12-volt fridge, charged cameras and a laptop, and powered a small fan overnight with no stress. During the day, I pushed solar input as high as I could. Hitting the full 1,000 watts depends on your panel setup and sun conditions. A quick tip for newcomers, even a bit of shade on one panel can drop the total input in a series array. Tilting panels and keeping them out of partial shade makes a big difference. Weight is the biggest negative. At 50 pounds, moving it is a true two-hand lift. It's manageable, but it's not something I wanted to carry far. If your use case involves frequent moves, like tent camping where you're shifting power around camp, I'd recommend this for vehicle-based trips, workshops, or home backup instead. Another small gripe, there's no built-in light. It sounds minor until you're searching for cables at night. I'd love to see a simple LED strip on a future model. On expandability, it can grow from 2 kilowatt-hours to 6 kilowatt-hours with 2 extra batteries. That's a big deal if you want to start smaller and scale. The unit also plays well with ECOFLOW's broader ecosystem, and the software experience is one of the cleanest I've used. For folks comparing specs, some competitors offer 3,000 watts continuous output. I rarely need more than 2,400 watts at once, and the Delta 2 Max is lighter than a lot of those heavier hitters, so the trade-off makes sense to me. A quick note for new users. This acts like an emergency power supply with about a 30 millisecond switchover when grid power drops. That's fast enough for things like lights and a fridge, but for sensitive electronics like servers, I still use a small traditionalist to ride out that tiny gap. Also, X-Boost is ECOFLOW's mode that lets the unit run certain high-wattage devices by lowering output voltage. It can help in a pinch, but I treat it as a backup option, not my daily plan. Design-wise, the port layout is thoughtful. DC and USB up front for quick grabs, AC outlets on the back to keep heavier appliance cords out of the way. The casing feels solid and the rubber base keeps it planted. It's ABS plastic, fire-resistant, and it looks refined enough to sit in a living space without standing out. Inside the box, you get the AC charging cable, car charging cable, a DC cable, and the manual. Everything you need to get started. It's perfect for home backup, a garage or studio where quiet matters, and vehicle setups that stay mostly stationary. I used it in my workshop to run tools and charge devices at the same time, and the noise never bothered me. The real-time readouts are accurate, idle draw is low, and the app control made it easy to manage power without walking back and forth. In my opinion, the Delta 2 Max earns its price with longevity, speed, and software. The LFP battery and 3000 cycle rating offer confidence that this isn't a short-term gadget. The 5-year service coverage helps too. I'd recommend this for anyone who wants reliable home backup without a gas generator, van lifers who can mount it in one spot and feed it solar, and creators or contractors who want a quiet power hub that they can monitor from a phone. From my experience, the main reasons you might look elsewhere are portability concerns and a few convenience misses. If you need to hand carry power long distances or move it a lot, go smaller. If you want smarter grid tie features and scheduling, the app is getting there, but it isn't fully polished on automation yet. And I still wish it had a built-in light. In conclusion, Delta 2 Max blends big battery comfort with fast, quiet charging and a best-in-class app. It's a strong long-term pick for home resilience and vehicle-based power. If you value dependable power, smooth software, and the option to expand to 6 kilowatt hours, this hits the sweet spot. If you value ultralight portability above all else, this isn't that. For everyone else, it's a smart, capable power station that does what it promises and does it well. If this video helped, please subscribe to the channel and drop your questions or experiences in the comments. Thank you for watching.